Hey, what's up YouTube? This Tomahawk is the Cold Steel Recon Hawk designed by Andrew Demko, and you are at the We All Juggle Knives channel, by the way. Welcome one and all. This Tomahawk features full tang construction. It's got textured nylon handle scales. The steel on this is 65 MN, that's a mid-carbon steel. The price tag on this was $38. I will include a link in the text description box. I got mine on Amazon. I'll include a link to the listing if you want to pick one up for yourself. This was kind of an impulse buy for me after seeing Cold Steel's video on this hawk on their channel. It has a very vicious back spike, and Cold Steel says that this hawk is suitable for a variety of outdoor tasks. Now this is interesting. Ideal for throwing, according to Cold Steel, right on the packaging, and then they go so far as to say it's perfectly balanced for throwing. It will stick into almost any target. Alright, Cold Steel, we'll see about that. Over the course of 2 days, I threw this Tomahawk for at least 5 hours. So after throwing it for several hours, what were my impressions of it? Well, it's definitely a sweet throwing hawk for sure. It's a lot of fun. That full tang construction makes it a bit heavier of a hawk. The weight on this is 24 ounces, so it does hit hard as well. Now later in the video I will be throwing it with 2 other of my Cold Steel blades, so that'll be fun. But yeah, this is a sweet throwing hawk, they did not lie. Now here is the warm-up with the Cold Steel Bowie machete. If you don't have a Cold Steel Bowie machete, I would highly recommend it. I've owned mine for at least 10 years and I've treated it very roughly, and it is still going strong. It has held up over the years, right? So yeah, Cold Steel Bowie machete is pretty awesome. Okay, we got 2 machetes now, and that other machete is the Cold Steel Spear Point machete. Sadly, no longer available anymore, but an awesome blade, right? Yeah, so we got 2 now. The blades tend to multiply on my channel. Okay, here is the main course, throwing my new Tomahawk with 2 of my Cold Steel machetes, and this was a heck of a lot of fun. Alright, so how are you all doing these days? I hope you're doing well in these tough times, and let me reassure you, I will definitely try to keep you entertained as best I can. Speaking of Cold Steel, you know, they have a very large product line, but I think the best values to be found, the most bang for the buck with Cold Steel's product line is with their machetes and with their Tomahawks. You know, their Tomahawks, they are kind of rough, but at the same time they are very reasonably priced. I've done full reviews of their Rifleman's Hawk, their Hudson Bay Hawk, so you can check those out. And as far as their machetes, you know, those are made in South Africa, all right? Cold Steel, you know, it's just a brand. The machetes are from South Africa, and in South Africa, they do make very good machetes there in my experience. So yeah, if you want the most bang for your buck, check out their hawks and machetes. I will include a list, an index of links for your convenience in the text description box, and you can browse around there. Okay, this is the last clip. It is a slow motion replay in case anyone wants to check out the technique, such as it is. But I really hope you've been enjoying this video. As I said, in these times I will try my best to make entertaining content for you. This is the sheath that the Tomahawk did come with. It has a single retaining strap with a snap closure. They call it their articulated sheath, and basically it has 2 hinges that make it easy to peel it off the hawk. This is my work sharp knife and tool sharpener. This is the Ken Onion edition, and it's a sharpener, a power sharpener, as well as a handheld grinder. This, I highly recommend this item. I will include a link to it. They are available on Amazon. If you throw blades, at some point one blade is going to hit another. That work sharp allows you, it's allowed me to quickly and easily repair blades like this. And as I've said, I've owned these machetes for at least a decade now, and I've treated them super roughly, but I've been able to just keep repairing them indefinitely with that work sharp, and they're still going strong. So that work sharp pays for itself, especially if you have a lot of hawks, hatchets, and machetes. So what are my final thoughts on this Cold Steel Recon Hawk Tomahawk? Well, I have to say, I beat the ever-living monkey shit out of this hawk, and it survived. Definitely a tough hawk. When you're first learning to throw a new item, of course, you're going to miss a bunch of times. So I smashed this thing against my backboard numerous times, and I also hit it several times with my machetes because that's a small crowded target with multiple blades, and this thing survived. So yeah, definitely very tough. I think the full tank construction just adds to its durability, and it gives it a nice heft, a nice weight to it. I think it makes it suitable for nasty end of the world stuff, urban survival, demolition, escape and evasion. I also think this would be a very effective weapon because you have the piercing ability of that back spike, and then you have the slicing and chopping ability of the main edge, and then you have all the hooking and trapping techniques that you can use a tomahawk for. So yeah, it would be an effective weapon as well. And I also feel like the price was very reasonable. I definitely feel like I got my money's worth. So that's my honest opinion. Prices are subject to change. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and try to use the links in the text description box. Those links do help the channel, and I really appreciate you using them. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.